I'm controlling the monkey. Oh, interesting. I know that they have to hold the spear for like 2 seconds and then they throw. That is good to know, which means if they hold up the spear, I know they can immediately throw. They like take a hot minute. Not all scavs hold up the spear. Well, there goes my theory. So much for that theory. Alright, time for funny stuff. What do you do? Oh yeah, he is red and blue. He's very confused right now. He's grabbing staffs all around me. Alright, but he stops immediately once I don't have it in my hand anymore. I can see that he is trying, but as you can see, he's challenged with life and existence right now. I think my boy has different problems. Yoink. Hello. Wait, did he took the neuron out of my hand? Hello. You know, I can understand why 5 Pebbles couldn't defend his insides against the rod with those little dipshits. They are challenged with themselves. So, if this is a security measure, since they are called inspector or whatever you call them, or if they do maintenance, then no wonder 5 Pebbles is rotting away. If they do security, it's no surprise at all that the rod is winning. Only against slug cats. Well, that's even worse. You want to tell me the rot, the funny blue spider dipshits don't eat neurons? What is the rot eating else, huh? It is growing, so it has to eat something. Biologic dictates that it does. There, he has one. Come on, do the thing. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. He has taken the neurons out of my hand. Oh, interesting. Ah. Ah, okay. Once you ate them, they are a bit more hostile towards you. Come on, finish what you started. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah. He needs a spear. This brother. He needs a Windows upgrade. That is what he needs. This Avira software is garbage, dude. Just take me and throw me against the wall until I die of a concussion or something like that. Come on, dude. It's not that hard. You are playing 3 versus 1 and I am not moving. If this is security in this place, I'm no wonder that 5 Pebble Mac fucking dies over the time. The security in this place is dog shit. He did it. I thought so too, but apparently that thing operates separately from 5 Pebbles. They have high sympathy. Well, I don't. Remember, I do not need a reason to kill. I need a reason to let it live. Yeah, here right should be the entrances of unfortunate developments. Right? You know, I'm a bit I'm not really confused, but I like have to question the idea behind this entire thing. I mean, it makes sense, seeing that this thing was built to, well, it's a giant computer. It's built to calculate stuff, okay? And it probably never was intended by its creators that the rod exists in the first place. And even if something like that would happen, they probably could have got rid of it. Problem is, now the engines are gone. And the computer is more or less incapable of doing something against it. Which on its own is an entire fucking secret. Problem for itself. But I just wonder if if the ancients, or whatever they're called, have never thought about the possibility of the computer having a problem that maybe has to be solved only by the computer itself. Like auto maintenance. So why is the computer so fucked with the rod? Sure, you might not build weapons into the thing, but at least like give the computer the ability to, I don't know, cleanse parts of its subsystem or something like that. You know what comes close, which I played not long ago? Alien Isolation. The Apollo station, by the way, spoilers. The Apollo station, or Sevastopol is the station, and Apollo is like the operating system on it. If that thing detects it has a virus on it, I mean, it is forbidden to do so because of story reasons, but the entire system has a method to literally clear out reactor or base memory components or whatever and literally shock the entire place with high voltage until all organic material is dead. So that makes sense in case of contamination to just shock away the intruders. So why doesn't this computer have this? I don't get it. They can't make creatures. They need creatures to stumble into their chamber to modify it. What? What? I'm sorry, your sentence is not immediately making sense to me. Please formulate your sentence again. Maybe I get it. They can't make creatures. They need creatures to stumble into their chamber to modify it. The rot will come back, if not stronger. Yeah, the rot will come back. From what I have picked up, the cycle is for every creature individually. So like, yeah, sure, imagine a timeline, I die, alright? I go back to where I slept or whatever, but the timeline in itself is still continuing. For like everything other that isn't me. Oh. Well, I'm not sure if I want to go any deeper. Look at my boy spinning. Whee! They can't hake rot eaters. They need creatures to come in and seem only scarce and slugs can get through the gates. Thus not strong enough to make able to destroy the rot. What? I don't get it. What I mean is, why did the ancients not build individual contamination procedures? Like, for example, if the rot starts in a research chamber or in a memory conflux or whatever, the logical part from a self-sustaining system would be, alright, I detect something that shouldn't be, I'm sealing off the complex, completely isolating it from everything else, or either turn up the voltage, turn up the heat, or flood it with gas or something like that, until the organic material inside is dead. And then, maybe, if no irreparable damage is gone, which you know that may be irreparable damage, I reconnect the structure. So, I don't get it. Let's say, it probably isn't, okay? It probably isn't, but let's just assume. 5 Pebbles detects the rot capturing one of his memory confluxes. 2 things. If he has the possibility, seal the chamber forever. Done. And if this stuff is really like eating through the wall, detach the memory module and just blast it off the superstructure. That is the easiest part. You have a problem with it, just throw it away. Because they don't care enough about the living. I mean, that is probably the thing I'm currently tending towards. Because, as I said, the rot probably was never inside the idea of the ancients. But as I said, the ancients, from what I see, are somewhat smart, also very stupid. Because from what I'm currently getting at, they are religiously driven idiots building a supercomputer cooled by an extremely inefficient water conduit, destroying the ecosystem around it, and making no goddamn sense. If I would build a computer in this size, the last thing I would use for cooling is water. First. Second, I would use the heat in a different manner. You know what I have not seen in this entire thing? What would be the first thing I would do when I use water for cooling? I would use the steam. Obviously, steam exists when you do a cooling with water, because water hot, water steam. And you know what you have then? You have a very strange generator. And you could use, for example, the cycled water. And with cycled water, I mean like you have a cycle, you make steam, you turn the turbine, use it for internal cooling, for pressurized air. You know, like every fucking computer on the world works, if you're not looking at quantum computers, which go on liquid nitrogen. But like, I don't get it. How you can build something so inefficient. I mean, okay, they only care for themselves. So do I. Okay, I'm a bit of an odd one because I'm a developer and I like if my things A, work autonomously, B, efficiently, and C, maybe even have more out than I put in. Maybe that's just me, okay? It's a developer's nature. So I just really can't get how they can be smart enough to build something like that, but dumb enough to not see the obvious problem. I mean, yeah, Moon talked about that. After like the continuous rainfall, they literally just thought like, okay, we can't live on the top anymore. Let's just go on the bottom anymore. Let's just go to the top. The big semi-mechanical boxes do too, though. Not literally computer, but then again, they work really similar. I mean, yeah, they're iterators or whatever. But the size of this entire structure, or like of all those structure you see in the background, like looks to the moon is at least one, and all of those we see in the background when you go up the wall. All of them has to be built, and they probably all are built to serve the same problem. No? Like Moon said, the great problem. Don't confuse it with the great solution, which is something you might have heard in history lessons. But let's not talk about this. Like, if you dedicate resources, time, money, political influence, and what do I know, whatever, into building those things, not once, not twice, but many multiple times in a row, then I can tell you, the people who actually built that thing are smart enough to tell you, you should add that or that. The higher ups then, they don't care about that. What is new lore? Am I talking bullshit again that I'm not explained in the lore? Nice, I love it. You're welcome. I can make shit up 24 times of a day. 24 hours of a day, sorry. Talking is hard. Of course, I mean, let's say they... The first thing, okay, we don't really have organic computers in our world, okay? But let's say we have. Let's just assume we would be able to make an organic supercomputer, alright? You know, without any knowledge, what is the biggest problem organics have? Illness. A human, as strong and as unique a human can be, a human can still fall sick, have a disease, have a virus or whatever. And you know what happens then? Most of the time, if it's not extremely harmful, the body fixes itself. That is why we exist today, okay? We have this built in. So if I make an organic supercomputer, the first thing I would make sure is that there isn't any hostile organic substance that could potentially damage huge parts of my extremely potentially expensive supercomputer. So of course I'm giving it healing abilities, and I only go to the doctor, or in my case go into the structure to maintain it manually, if it's something really severe. Yeah, like the only conclusion I'm... That is the wonderful thing about video games and environmental storytelling. I can blabber around the lore and the story, which makes absolutely no fucking sense. The last time I did this was like in Outer Wilds, but Outer Wilds is an amazing game, but the world is very minimalistic and abstracted. So, okay, if anyone here does not know Outer Wilds, please listen away for the next 5 minutes, because I'm going to talk a bit of a spoiler here. Alright, you done? Right. Outer Wilds, for example, has exceptionally good environmental storytelling, but it makes no fucking sense. For example, the Nomai were a really sentient and like, not sentient, what is the... a very careful species. They wouldn't like destroy things for no reason. They literally aborted mining operations in one cave because they found the niches of potential life. Alright? So they are the good boys. However, because of gameplay reasons, the story or the world building couldn't have been more logic. Because one of the most dumb things, which I probably said in my playthrough of Outer Wilds, is that they complained about the lack of material to build the towers, but they never disassembled their escape pods, which are just lying around there, hundreds or potentially 1,000, I don't know how many generations there were, let's say 300 years after they crashed down. They still have their original escape pods lying around there, still sending a signal. Logically seen, that would never be still there. Because if you need materials and you have a space escape pod, you just disassemble the space escape pod and use it for different things, alright? That is just how logic works. But it is needed for a gameplay reason. However, in this game, which is not completely separated in lore and gameplay, it is not needed. So there is no reason for it to not be explained. Alright? So the only conclusion I can take from that is that the ancients are really, really fucking stupid. And I'm going to be honest, I expected nothing else by religious people. Religion has a bit of a quirk to it, that it opposes logic. Anyway, I'm done rambling. You can now turn on again if you don't want to hear more spoilers about Outer Wilds. But yeah, some species are very smart and conservative, Some species are very dumb. And are called the ancients. At this point, I'm just feeling sad for the semi... Is it semi, actually? Or is it fully? Let's call it semi for now. I'm feeling a bit sad for the semi-sentient living toaster we are currently in. That apparently has no tools in its disposal to get rid of a organic corruption. How sad. Anyway, I have done my exploration inside 5 Pebbles. I ranted a bit about the game, as I always do. We're now going to leave and check out the city. If you're going to make your visits a habit, at least you can bring me, bring me something to read. Yes, help yourself, they're not edible. Okay, listen. Listen. If you don't want your organic supercomputer to turn against you, one simple thing. Don't make it think. He has, or it, the machine, it has a personality. It can think independently. It can talk independently. If you want a computer to make calculations, the last thing you add is a own sense of person. Why take the risk of a machine turning against you if you can just not implement it? You built it. Like, my computer don't need to have feelings for me if I'm watching porn on it, okay? I don't need my AR-42 calculator having a bad mood whenever it's rainy weather if I needed to calculate the Pythagoras. So why make the computer think? Or feel, for that matter. Yeah, we are this an insanely advanced civilization. We build a supercomputer and we make it able to feel pain. Because, you know, that is a good thing. Anyway. It's nighttime. Oh, it's giga nighttime, actually. Huh. Well, let's just go to the city. I mean, what could possibly happen? It's just a quick raid on, right? My food. What? This shadow makes no sense. I'm so sorry. I could not tell you the position this vent has to be, like in depth talk, that this shadow is possible. I'm genuinely confused. People who know Rainworld, I have a question. As we can all see, it is nighttime, which means the cycle is long enough so the sun set down and we have currently night. Is there a possibility, even if it would take literal 11 hours, if I would just wait, would the sun come up again? Is that a thing that would happen? I'm not going to test it, but I'm sure as hell going to ask. Probably not. Well, I do prefer eternal night. In real life, you see the moon move. If you have a static point and look at the moon and fixate it with a point, you need 2 minutes and you can see the moon has moved. Oh yeah, right. I never had a chance to test this. Mr. Echo. Hi. We can feel your presence, little creature. The two-man that's the exact same text as always. Are you... What is your name again? 6.5 ounces of cum. 12 pounds of meth. Or whatever your name was. Will you actually upgrade me? You will actually upgrade me. Oh yeah, right. Alright. So yeah, farming echoes would literally be a method to not being stuck collecting all of the fucking scavengers. Not after the... in the city. Okay, I have no idea what you're trying to sell me, but you are right. I think. I have taken the absolute worst route possible, isn't that right? Alright. sure. Let this do. You know, I don't care. I just wish there would be a different button for literally doing bomb jumps, since they are the same button, at least downwards going, than dropping item. Not the best idea. But I have ranted about the controls of this game since the very first 2 rooms I have visited. Come on. You know, now that I think about it, I mean, it could be that we are not on Earth, but why exactly? I mean, I already talked about why it would be a dumb and very inefficient idea to use water as a coolant, okay? But let me ask you this. Why build a machine that apparently needs enormous amounts of water on land? Does this planet not have oceans? Why don't just put the big toaster in the ocean? You take the box, build it on water, ship it over in the middle of nowhere. Like for us it would be like Pacific or something. Done. It does have oceans. Then why are the aerators not in the ocean? They know it needs water. They know it makes rain as an output. Why not put the machine in the water? I really don't get them. Yeah, instead of building the machine in water, let's build it on land and then carve out immense amounts of ground just so we can make pipe work that brings the water from the oceans to the machine. So the ancient can visit it. Brother, this is a giant fucking computer. You don't visit a giant fucking computer. You connect to it via RDP and then have your remote session. Your phone is about to die. Well, that's cringe. I hope you have a charging cable nearby. I just had very, and I mean very, silent music playing in the background. For a short moment. And no, it wasn't my walking. think. We built the city on a toaster. So you now open the door? Nice. By the way, yes, I see this is a one-way. I will never exit this place again. 100% never. You found your charging cable? Nice. As you can see, the game is currently stuck, and no, that isn't a freeze, that is normal. Whenever I visit a area for the first time ever, the game has to generate the scrolling background. Oh yeah, right, we can leave. Yeah, we can just kidnap a scavenger. Getting a bit orange. Oh, I know why it's getting orange. It's rainy day. Hello? Ach, nighttime, schmeittime. What is the worst that could happen? Worst that could happen is me finding food. All according to plan. Not all according to plan. Alright. That is funny. That is the shelter, you little dipshits. Elite scav at night. Well, if they are elite scavs, then I wanted to make a joke with elite weapons, but no fucking chance I'm getting that. Yeah, there's a completely new area. Also interesting, Mr. Artificer, I have a question. This spot is the same as the earlier slugheads have submerged superstructure. Could it be that submerged superstructure is not even visitable with this cat? Like, not only because it is impossible since this cat can't touch water, but like it is literally not in the game with this cat. Submerged superstructure normally was on the rightmost side. It is not in the game, yeah. It makes really fucking sense. But the fact that this place here is on the most right side for displaying your collectibles is what gave it away. Artie can only go here, just like Riv, only goes to submerged. What is Riv? I've been to submerged superstructure. Twice. Actually. Well, if Rivulet... I think Rivulet is after this... No. What is after this cat? Spearmaster is after this cat. Let me tell you, I've been in submerged superstructure. Multiple times. Been collecting pearls and apparently a dress. For lack of a better word. Huh. I liking the music. Maybe it has to get there. Huh. Well, there was one space in submerged superstructure that no matter how much I tried, combining a frog, or whatever they are called, with one of those air-based weeds, nothing worked. There was one tunnel that was just way too long. I mean, okay, Ari has to get here. I get that. But Rivulet isn't the only cat that can go to submerged superstructure. Are you serious, dude? Brother! What is happening? I'm getting spit roasted over here. That's it. I've seen enough. I'm going to explode now. A very nice welcome. Definitely. It is your basic city experience over here. I will call this city, since everyone is so friendly and greeting me with lots of sharp objects, I will call this city London. 2. Ah! Monkey. Yikes! Ah, look at him. He got food. This man is made out of weapons. Thank you. No. You were alive! He's the one that lived! What do you want to tell me? I'm sorry, I don't get it. I might have been struck with dumb. many corpses. I wish there would be a button for, yeah, just take the fucking spear. No. Alright, I'm going this way. I am going this way. Nobody else convinced me to go this way. It is my decision to go here. Ah yeah, I can see why Pepsi sent me over here. The floor. Interesting. Yeah, sure, take it. Have a nice meal. You want a sippy? You will get a sippy. Cheers. My favorite sip. Agua. As if, my dude. As if. Alright, dude. I guess. Have fun over there. Yikes! Genuinely, what is happening? You've seen nothing. Right, time to go. Oh. He just sniped my ass. I can understand, however, that Pepsi wants me to cleanse the place. They are present in uncomfortable numbers. We go right this time? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, we traded. Visiting this place with literally every other cat than Artificer and having a neutral and or beneficial relation status with the scavengers would be a fucking feast. I would feel like an oil baron, freshly importing wares into Saudi Arabia. Hello. What a nice den. I would like to create a trip mine. Is this something I can do? Do not answer this question. I fear I know the answer. Okay, what exactly do you want to tell me? can you use words? You fucking... You know, don't use words. I can't read them. That would me make even angrier. Ah, never mind. That's Pepsi and the magical triangle, which is a quarter, which looks a bit like... I don't know what it is. Whatever I could make up would probably be wrong. So just forget it. Hello. You feeling good today? Out of 23 colored pearls for... Do they... even... Oh, yeah, he probably has different dialogue. Even for those you can give to Moon, right? Because, like, I've given... With Survivor and... what was it? Monk. I've given the same pearl to Moon, and she had this... obviously, the same dialogue. So it would make sense that if you bring the exact same pearl to 5 Pepsi, he has different dialogue for that. I didn't know the city was so flourishing in, you know, pornographic material, because I'm seeing one orgy after the other. Don't mind me. I'm preparing some war crimes. He only used him as Artificer though. Understandable. Every other cat is dead after the 3rd visit. We done? Throw it. Throw it! Do it! Aww. Funny guy. Thanks for the follow and good evening. Welcome to Let's Wait Until We Are Allowed to Play the Game. Downpour edition. Oh, you dipshit over here. Yes, you. I see you and I hurt you. Emotionally. We snap. And we eat. I've seen it. Yep. The shadows were clear. 0 out of 23. Also good. Probably the same number as I will achieve. Hi, what are you doing? From all things that are currently heading towards my direction, I'm not sure which I should be scared of the most. I'm getting some mixed signals over here. But yeah, that explains why there are green centipedes over here. Those are the flying variants. He stole his mask. This greedy little motherfucker stole the bird mask. Let's fucking go. This boy is eating good today. Don't go for meat. Hi, can I have your spear? It appears that I'm cornered right now. One. Wonderful. What do you think? How high is the chance that if I'm just going to wing it, this guy's hitting me? Yikes. Yeah, I would have given it 80. Doesn't matter, we won. Okay, so this is Metropolis and everything like under the city is called the floor. How creative naming. I should have seen something like this coming. It isn't very looking much. Yeah, here's a save point. Go there, ish. Maybe we should check out the other direction. Yeah, monsters, dude. I don't care. My number one priority threat is these little dipshits over here. Thank you for the spear, by the way. It was a correct choice to change the direction. Because now, we sleep.